Listen, Warriors. Hey, y'all mad though? I had to get off the last stream to watch the game. Y'all mad? Y'all mad at the Warriors? It's okay. Game 6. Bring that shit back home. Run that shit back. Y'all thought y'all had it? Y'all thought y'all had it in the 6? Okay. It's okay. Yeah, I'm back now. Hell of a win. Hell of a game. Oh my gosh. It ain't over till it's over. Underdog season, bruh. Hit yo with the Andy Ruiz. Look. Look. Rare footage of Toronto fans. Hey, he hot, bro. Hold on, let me show y'all again. Oh shit, he hot, son. Do y'all see it? Yo, word to mother. Y'all see that? Hold on, I gotta show y'all again. Oh shit. Son hot. Oh fuck. Hey. That motherfucker broke his Asus, his Lenovo. Hey, that motherfucker was hot. That motherfucker hit a Wilder punch into the laptop, though, bro. Hey, I'm having so much fun. Life is beautiful, bro. That motherfucker punched that Lenovo with that Wilder punch. Yeah. Hit him with that Maidana overhand. What's up with y'all? That's how old media be watching my streams and shit. They be punching their tablets and shit. He said domestic abuse on that laptop. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta chill. What EPMD say? You got to chill. Oh, man. I'm back. I'm feeling good, man. That was an important game. We had to get about that. Shout out to this whole Bay shit. We don't play shit. Come around where they lay shit. Shoes better lace it. Run shit like Asics. Oh, my God. Y'all dudes is basic. Let's get it. I wasn't really finished talking, but I had to watch that game. Eddie Hearn trying to sue WBC, it just means desperation. You know. No, y'all are too much. Ego do 7 reasons on Eddie on full depression. Joshua's dad seen the real Eddie and finally responded. Where did he hear him? I heard he told Joshua, smarten up, Nas. 4 albums, 9 years, nigga, I could divide. That's 2. 2 of them shits was due. Where did he? I need links. We all care about receipts. I don't care about YouTube video. I care about links. I don't care about like Instagram pages. I care about links. I don't know, man. I mean, would you be mad if you was Joshua's pops? Real talk. This man could have got $50 million. $50 million? Man, what you think? You got Chelsea Carter? Kelsey Grammer? Man, hell no. 20 million in 20s. 20 million 20. 10 million in 10. 10 million in 10. You want some fives with that? Like, you could have got $50 million. $50 million and you lost for lesser on a platform. Like, man, this is Eddie be doing it. He did his people greasy. That's that slave room. I am Joshua. I own the rights to promotional rights to Joshua. That's what I'm saying. That snooty shit, bro. I don't know. So now he's listen to me, people. I don't know if y'all like follow along, but y'all getting dusted. So please follow along. Eddie Hearn fears he is losing power. And he is getting boxed out, at least in America. His fighters are taking L's. This is not a good time for rematch room. This is looking like they need to do some sort of, regrouping or restructure. They got to make their next move their best move type shit. He's getting boxed out. He talking about suing belt companies because they didn't get their shot. What are you talking about? Ego been exposing Eddie from the get-go. Man, I'm exposing the truth. That's where I always lie. This is not anything. It's never nothing personal. It's always business. I'm talking. Listen, if Eddie or whoever else keep coming out every single day and spreading what I believe to be fibs or lies or half-truths and shit like that, then I'm going to give my perspective. If old media keep spreading lies, then I got to do my job. Bro, you see, people are like, oh, another video. The only people are complaining because the analytics is looking lovely around this time. My shit done spiked up even more so. So that everything's good. I looked under the hood already. Everything's good in that front. Only people are complaining that people don't want to hear it because they know they've been living a lie for a year and a half plus. That's the only people who's mad. Old media supporters, people that want me to just move on. What the fuck you want me to move on? Talk about Triple G roles? There's not even really that much stuff going on in boxing. There's a lot of stuff in limbo, like Errol Spence and Sean Porter. There's not enough information going on to know when it's going to happen and all that shit. So we talking about what we want to talk about. This is a free country. If you don't like the title of the videos, you don't like the thumbnails, then I suggest you not, YouTube is brilliant. They provide the creator, me, the host, me, the opportunity to give you guys descriptions, metadata, titles, and a thumbnail to preview what the fuck I'm going to be talking about. So don't come to my shit talking about Joshua and you're fucking polyrine, I'm not with that because that's not finna do nothing. I'm going to talk about this every fucking day because we was right, and unless it gets so busy with other relevant topics. What you want me to talk about? Justin Bieber and fucking Tom Cruise nonstop? We talking about what's the hottest topic. End of story. They wanted to stop because they know, but it ain't gonna stop. You guys did this for over a year and a half, and now it's coming back tenfold. And I'm not gonna be talking about no Joshua Ruiz for 2 years, but y'all were talking 2 years of bullshit for the last 2 years. Anywho, that's just the reality, man. We lie on the side of the truth, and as long as old media keeps spreading these like false agendas and Wilder's ducking White and stuff, then we got work to do. I will bury old media when it's all said and done. Like, you know what I'm saying? We making it to the point where they have absolutely no credibility. We're already in the lead. We already killed them, resuscitated them and killed them again and then coming back, reincarnate. Bro, they've been done. They've been dusted. We just having fun with it now. Listen, I want them to keep doing it because they're not in any position of advantage. They're not in a position of advantage. When you're not in a position of advantage, you usually make mistakes because you're willing to say anything. You're willing to do anything to try to get a W, and that makes you look horrible. We not in that, but we having fun. We be telling jokes, talking. Now, the fact that Eddie even threatened the WBC lets me know all I need to know, that he's afraid of losing power. So this is what's happening. He's heard, in my honest opinion, this is my truest opinion, Eddie Hearn just started a podcast. Eddie Hearn, out of all of these guys, does the most camera time. This is where it's blowing up in his face because he wants to be like Diddy, all in the video. Any of y'all artists want to remain artists, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer, all in the video. He's doing that. Now you've already created a mess, and now you're trying to stay in front of the camera even more. when shit is like, you know, upside down. That's what's making it look crazy. Because while you do that, Al Heyman is behind the scenes doing shit, not saying shit to anybody, and then it's just happening. Same thing with Top Rank. They just going about their business. They like OGs in this shit. They've been here, done that. They seen people like Eddie Hearn, I'm sure, come in the game, blah, blah, blah. You know, Al Heyman probably seen people in the music industry come in, you know, hot-headed, going to do this and this and this. Because real talk, on some YouTube shit, it's the same way. You know how many people have come in and for whatever reason diss me? I don't know them, never talked to them, diss me, and then they disappear. You know, they don't last for no length of time. So I don't bother with shit like that. There's only a few people that have been around consecutively and consistently for the length of time I have and had success in this game. There's only a very few people. There's only a very few people that can consider themselves doing this full time and actually, like, you know, I'm talking about being able to live full time off of this. And I'm sure you guys know who those channels are. It's very elite few. So, you know, I've seen the people come in and want to do this and give it a, you know, oh yeah, get a couple views here and there, 2,000 views and 5,000 views, and shit start getting good to them. And then over time, you know, they fall off because they're not really about nothing. They don't have no type of longevity. You know, Eddie Hearn, the UK in general, they had a nice little run a couple years ago. They had about 13, 14 champions, the most that they've ever had at one time. But that shit was short-lived. We'll just say that. Very short-lived because a lot of them dudes lost. The Carl Framptons, Kell Brooks, the Terry Flanagans, you know, Joshua has now lost. Tyson Fury had to give up his belt. Now he's just running around talking about what he did to Klitschko. Shit changes. And they weren't able to hold on to it, you know. And I think during that time, people like Eddie Hearn, things were going well, kind of got big-headed, and then, you know, he started living on the camera and stuff. But everyone else is strategizing. Now it's to the point where he lost his biggest chess piece. He was playing chess or checkers, and they was playing chess, and now you just lost your biggest chess piece, and now you have to put him in a do-or-die fight to try to, you know, you're willing to risk everything instead of, like, building him back for the long haul and shit like that and just saying, man, fuck them belts. You're willing to put him in a do-or-die fight, and it looks like the kid already struggles with pressure. You're willing to put him in with the do-or-die fight where he must win, all pressure on him. It don't matter if it's in the UK. It don't matter if it's in the States, you know, that's even more pressure because that's where he lost. That's where he's going to have nightmares of. That's where he threw them air balls in America. All the bad shit happened in America. Lost, dropped 4 times, panic attack, you know, horrible sparring camp, you know, some of these things, throwing air balls. Black dude from New York talking about stop losing to fat dudes. This is where all the nightmares are. I already know they don't want to fight in Mexico. Andy Ruiz is in Mexico right now. So they're going to be like, no, please. Because if he had a panic attack in New York, where Ruiz is not even from, them motherfuckers going to have an asthma attack in fucking Mexico. Mexico, the air in Mexico is different. I'm telling you. It's like real. I got off the plane, and it was like super dense. You know, it's just, bro, he not ready for that. You know, put that shit in Azteca Stadium, that motherfucker, and have Snicker. I told you, have a Snicker marathon. But anyway, Eddie Hearn is losing power, and he knows it, and he feels he's getting X'd out. So he's frantic, scrambling, trying to play it cool, trying to have these, you know, proper gags and proper banter on them, you know. Oh yeah, you're rubbing the chubby out in your trousers and your Transformer PJs and shit. And the funny thing is, the UK keep falling. Like y'all like that. That shit to Americans, this shit be corny. Real talk. Like these motherfuckers be talking like. I'm just saying that British humor, it can stay in Britain because that type of humor is not really universal. Eddie Hearn like, oh, Wilder won $7 million. Oh yeah, I want a 12-inch penis. What? What does that have to do with Wilder wanting $7 million? That's just like, it's a weird, like his, or at least his humor or whatever. It's just weird, you know. You talking about men, in Transformer PJs rubbing it out? Like, what is that? What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? And that, to me, all that's like Joshua. It's like, to me, it makes it seem fake. We know you're frantic. We know you have a lot going on right now. You have a lot of fighters in a bad light right now. So you doing all this and trying to act like humorous and this stuff, it doesn't seem genuine. We know you have a lot to consider. You get what I'm saying? But you try to make it like, oh, unaffected and unbothered and stuff, and cool and witty, like Jason Bateman or some shit. The Jason Bateman movies, or someone who's always played Paul Rudd, who always plays the character, Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man, like, or we could not save the world, and always has that quick-witted quips and shit. That's Eddie Hearn, but nobody care about that. Transformer PJs and all that. And they be putting it in the title. Oh, yeah, Transformer PJ. Whatever. Andy Ruiz might put Joshua in some Transformer PJs. Real talk. You talking about Transformer PJs, you got to hope that Andy Ruiz don't put Joshua in them same PJs you talk about. You have bigger things to probably worry about. That's what I'm saying. He's not publicly, he's trying to act like unbothered and shit, but they got a lot of things to consider. And I can see through stuff. Windex. It's bleeding through that he's, just everything. Just everything they're doing. It's like the jig is up. That's what it is. Joshua's like, oh, yeah, I should fight in Madison Square Garden, make it right where it happened. Like, Joshua, what is good with him? Like, he seems like he's, like his brain be, like, tossed or something at all times. Like, that motherfucker talking about fighting in New York where he allegedly had a panic attack and shit like that. Like, who's saying that? Then your whole team is saying they want to fight in the U. Adam Smith saying they want to fight in the UK. Eddie Hearn saying he wants in the UK. And Joshua's like, oh, yeah, UK. Oh, I'll fight back at Madison. Like, bro, they need to have a team meeting. Like, it's just okay. I used to work at Lowe's. I used to work at Best Buy. And occasionally when shit was going crazy in the store, they would have a Sunday meeting. Everybody would come in at 6 a.m. before the store opened, because the store opens a little bit later on Sunday, and have a team meeting. They really need to do that. Get Robert Joshua, put him in handcuffs so he don't attack Ed. And, Adam Smith, Rob McCracken, AJ, all these motherfuckers. And just, like, really get on the same page. Like, it looks crazy. It looks crazy how there's no unison. You do not see this with every team. You do not see this disconnect and this discord. Right? Wilder says he wants Joshua. JD's is sticking to the script, saying we want Joshua. Shelly Finkel's like, yeah, my fighter, he wants Joshua, but Joshua's people don't. You know how I feel like that I kind of channeled Shelly Finkel right there. That's how Shelly Finkel be talking and shit. There's no problem for him. Joshua's people don't to fight, They're all saying the same shit, bro. Joshua's team be, hey, what cereal you like? Oh, yeah, AJ's favorite cereal is Fruit Loops. All right, cool. And then Eddie, hey, what's his favorite cereal? Oh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And then you ask this dude, oh, yeah, Post Toasties. Like, oh, my God. Like, bro, this is all over the place. It's like they could never be on the same page with anything. And now it's looking horrible. Yo, oh, I don't eat cereal. I eat porridge. I like porridge, like Goldilocks. What? You just said you like cereal. Oh, I didn't mean cereal. I really like oatmeal. Oh, my gosh. Then now Eddie Hearn talking about suing the WBC. Bro, it's ugly. And y'all know what I'm saying is true. Y'all know what I'm saying is true. Because what the fuck? What are you suing the WBC for? You know, my mom used to watch all them court shows. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. You know, where you gonna walk into the people's court? In this corner, the plaintiff, Eddie Hearn. Boom, boom, boom. And then in this corner, Mauricio Suleiman representing the WBC. Boom, boom. Like, what are you gonna? I don't get it. What are you suing them for? Because Dillian White, that's what I'm saying. He feels he's getting boxed out. He's getting X'd out. So he don't know what to do. So he's like, nah, fuck that. I need to get. Life is about what you could produce. I don't care what anyone says. If I don't produce content, my channel sucks. Period. If I don't produce content, somebody else will. And, you know, they'll get viewership for it. Eddie Hearn should probably, instead of doing hour-long interviews, probably just work on producing. We couldn't get Kell Brook versus Amir Khan. Couldn't get Kell Brook versus Devin Alexander. Couldn't get Kell Brook versus Diego Chavez to actually happen. Couldn't get Kell Brook versus Brandon Rios to happen. Right? Couldn't get Chris Eubank when you had him versus Triple G. Couldn't get, you know, I don't know if I just said Amir Khan, Kell Brook. Couldn't get Wilder Joshua. You already had Dillian White fight against AJ, but you couldn't get the rematch that he wanted too much. Wilder couldn't fight Joshua. Luis Ortiz couldn't fight Joshua. You know, Luis Ortiz couldn't fight Dillian White, but you can make a Derek Chisora fight. They did all of this. You know, Dominic Breazeale said, "Oh yeah, I read the Urban Dictionary. I'll fight Dillian White, and we'll see who's the number one. I'll even come to the UK." Bro, Dillian White, Dominic Breazeale could have fought to establish this. Now they're trying to see this. What I can't stand this type of shit, bro. I can't. He's got Parker now. No shit, but what does that mean? Parker lost to Dillian White, you know, and AJ. So what does Parker now have to do with anything? Anyway, please don't interrupt me with bullshit. Thank you. Dominic Breazeale already offered to fight for the number one spot. Why the fuck would I have sympathy for this? Oh yeah, Dillian White, he's been waiting 606 days. Why? Who cares? There's a lot of people that wait. But you had multiple opportunities to get your way and finagle and navigate and play the game to get to Wilder. They didn't do it. Now you trying to sue? Horrible, bro. Dominic Breazeale, last year, I just showed you on the last stream, you know, I could pull it up again, said, "Yo, I'm Dominic Breazeale. I could fight Dylan." I don't know why I'm giving him like an Australian accent. I have no idea why I even did that. I don't know. Breazeale kind of sounds like Australia. I have no idea why I gave him that. I apologize for that accent. It's me, Dominic Breazeale. I'll fight. I have no idea why I did. I think I have Tourette's. Maybe I'm possessed. So please excuse that accent. I don't know where that came from. He doesn't talk like that. It's me, Dominic Breazeale. We'll fight him down under. Now that's annoying. I don't know why I can't stop doing it. It just feels so right to say Dom. I think it sounds like an Australian name to me. So I just like, you know, I'm living in my own head rent free. Crikey, I'm Dominic Breazeale. What are you waffling about? We'll fight him. Criminate. Like, what? Oh, media. We'll fight. What? Fucking Jeff Hearn sounding motherfucker. Anyway, hold on. Ronald Fankley. He's a top shooter. He'll shoot your lights out. I can't stop. Like, I feel like, damn. Hold on, let me stop. I gotta stop. Look. This is Dominic Breazeale. I literally. Sky Sports, bow, we got action. Dominic Brazil. It says, would welcome a fight against Dillian White. I've already went over this, blah, blah, blah. You know, I thought the Dillian White fight and actually going to happen this year. This is Dominic Brazil. He's bound with the situation with the WBC and his silver belt, and I have the WBC mandatory. I only thought it was right for him and myself to get in the ring and square it off as the fans would love to see. So hopefully that fight does come here in the near future. Okay. This was, look at the date, yo. This was August 25th of last year. So Dominic Brazil offered to settle the score and determine who was the official number one. He didn't have to do that because the WBC told him, you're the mandatory. So when we call the mandatory, you know, we had a meeting. You're up. Even still, yet and still, Dominic Brazil, he brought his Urban Dictionary and he was ready to chunk him, right? He was ready to chunk him with Dillian White. Dillian White fought everybody but Dominic Brazil. He fought Lucas Brown, close enough, you know, from New Zealand. You fought him, but you didn't fight Dominic Brazil. You fought Joseph Parker coming off of a loss, but you didn't fight Dominic Brazil. Then he came out in August and told you, you know, in case there's any wondering, I'll fight you. And in December, they fought Derek Chisora, a guy Dillian White had already beaten 2 years before. That's how I know Eddie Hearn was drawing up the plays, Willie Beeman style, and then it was working, or, you know, his fighters were winning, so he wasn't bothered by it. But now, you know, with a couple things that happened, Gerald Miller and needing a late replacement, you know, not replacing him with the Matchroom fighter, Andy Ruiz sneaking in and exposing Joshua. Now they fucked up because it took for that sequence of events, those chain of events, and now they're like, oh shit. Now I'm sure there's a ton of regret. Smash the like button. I'm sure there's a ton of regret. You don't think, knowing that Al Heyman got all the heavyweight belts now, in hindsight, you don't think, you know, Slave Room would have made an in-house fight to keep the belts in-house? They should have just put Joshua in with Michael Hunter, you know, because there's a chance that Joshua maybe knocks out Michael Hunter. We've seen him, you know, hurt by Usyk at cruiserweight. So maybe he knocks him out. Or even if Michael Hunter upset him and beat him, you still have options on him. They thought they could control it. They put a lot of faith and pressure and stock into Joshua. It did not go his way. It didn't go his way. Now they scrambling. Now they feel Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn feels he's getting X'd out, especially in America. And then this is the other thing. You know what you put out there. That's why I said you have to watch how you treat people. You know what you put out there, and you know how you were talking and what you said and things like that. And now you know that the shoe's on the other foot, and some of the people you took shots at are in positions of power, like Andy Ruiz and his team and Al Heyman. You know, now Deontay Wilder's in power. You remember all that. That's why that's why I think it's even more like frazzling to Eddie Hearn, because he realizes how he treated people, how Joshua was built up, and how it all came crashing down. They treated Joshua like a Disney princess. Real talk. They treated him like he was so special and no mortal was on his level. That's how they treated him. Like, oh, he has 4 belts and he's only this age. Wilder is this age and he only has 1 belt. And he never fought Klitschko. We fought Klitschko. Joshua is a victim of circumstance. He's a solid fighter, but he's a victim of circumstance. Period. He got opportunities just based on the timing, where he was. Like in the UK, they don't have the same level of like just different things going on. Racism and shit. Like, I'm not saying they don't have that. Trust me, I used to live in England. They had skinheads and everything. but it's just a different place. It's a different demographic. Joshua was being built up and selling out O2 arenas, and everything was working for him. Then the Charles Martin thing just kind of came into play. They negotiated. Boom, Joshua's a champion. They wouldn't have put Joshua in a championship fight if it wasn't someone like Charles Martin that they knew they could beat, because he hadn't proven anything. Because if it was true, why didn't they fight Charles Martin? I know my boxing. This is why they can't fuck with me. Charles Martin got a vacant belt that was stripped from Tyson Fury. So that goes to show you that this was after Tyson Fury beat Klitschko. And Wilder is the longest reigning champion, or one of them, and he's the longest reigning heavyweight champion in currently. So Wilder had a belt before this. They didn't put Joshua in his 15th fight. They didn't put him in there with Wilder or Tyson Fury. Two guys who are still relevant today, who are still undefeated today, who had belts even back then. They put him in with the weakest link in the heavyweight, the most unproven guy, which was Charles Martin. It's very easy to see. This is not a disrespect to Charles Martin. It's just that's the reality. Unless you could tell me some great fights that he had beforehand. Charles Martin wasn't like Lennox Lewis, like he had this deep ass resume. If Joshua fought like a guy like Lennox Lewis in the 15th fight, he would have lost, for sure. He fought Charles Martin, bro, with tight shorts on. Remember when Gina shrunk his basketball outfit? That's Charles Martin's shorts. They were in that laundry. The Gina with the big head fucked up. So that was all strategic. They seized the opportunity. It's not. I'm not even saying, like, if I was a promoter, I would do the same thing. You have a fighter that's ready for this guy, but he's not ready for these two guys, and the opportunity presents itself. You can break bread with Al Heyman and get the guy over. Then yeah, do it. I'm not mad at it. I'm just telling you what it is. Again, if he really was after like respect and I'm really ready for the title, then why didn't he go after Tyson Fury, who was a champion, or Deontay Wilder? He went after the weakest link. Period. The guy that was most unproven, that's who they end up fighting. Period. So Joshua's whole career has been kind of like a victim of, clever planning and shit. Klitschko is a name, but he was also coming off an 18-month layoff, a loss where he looked horrible, and that's when Joshua fought him. And even that was still a competitive, tough fight. That's what I'm saying. You guys overrated what Joshua was doing when he was doing it. Joshua's never fought a Wilder. He never fought a Tyson Fury. He never fought a Vitaly Klitschko. He never fought a Lennox Lewis or Mike Tyson, somebody who's just raging through people, and looked like they had what it took to beat him. He really didn't. But y'all bought on it and y'all clinged on to it. And see, boxing, this is how they play y'all. I don't have emotions like some of y'all. Or Luis Ortiz. He definitely didn't fight him. And they were both aligned with Matchroom at one point in time. I don't have emotions like some of y'all. That's why it's so easy for me to talk boxing and then, be occasionally right fairly often, because I'm not putting my emotion in it. Like, that's how they get people, because they're like, oh, I like Joshua's a strapping young man and he's a gym rat and he's in shape. Y'all fall in love with all that shit. Under Armour and Beats by Dre endorsement. None of that has nothing to do with it. We talking about the scrap game. We talking about the sweet science. And then people looked at Andy Ruiz like he wasn't shit. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? That's a good fight. Last minute switch. That's a good fight. I said this from the jump. As soon as they go listen to the old videos, I said a lot of people complaining about Andy Ruiz. I don't have no problem with the fight, bro. So I said, I don't know if it's a big fight like blockbuster fight, but I don't have a problem with the fight. Bro, my whole life's work is on here. I didn't have a problem with the fight. And a lot of people would talk to, and they're like, oh, I don't want to see this. This is bullshit. And I'm like, I don't think that's a bad fight. You overrated Joshua where he was at, and you underrated Andy Ruiz. Mixed in with some other shit. Which is, this was bound to happen, bro. This was bound to happen. But people just thought it would happen at the hands of like a Luis Ortiz or Wilder or some shit. Or Fury. Joshua was uncertain. I'm certain that Joshua was uncertain. He wasn't fully there, like confident wise. Just tell by his actions, by the way he talks. If he was so confident, he would be more consistent. End of. If you're really confident, there's no reason to be back and forth, back and forth. You're not going to say one thing and then... Look, these dudes, bro, why is old media even come around here anymore? He said Wilder has 40 fights. You guys are stupid as fuck. Who cares? Everybody has their own journey. Canelo got 50 fights, bro. Canelo got more fights than Wilder. None of you motherfuckers say nothing about that. When Canelo fought Mayweather, he had one less fight than Mayweather. And he had nowhere near the resume because he turned pro his own way in Mexico at age 15, and he just had to fight and earn respect just from fighting club fighters, and get there. You guys don't know shit about boxing. You guys literally listen to one person say it or Skip Bayless or whoever and recycle it. Nobody gives a fuck how many fights you have like that. Canelo got more fights than Wilder, and people don't talk about that. Why has Canelo got 50 plus fights? And he's younger than Wilder. Who cares? Who cares if the man has 40? Why did Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., he didn't fight no one until he got to his like 55th fight, 57th fight? Go look at it. Chavez wasn't fighting Roger Mayweather and shit in his 20th fight because he was learning on the job. It's everyone has their own story. But you guys repeat the same bullshit. Oh, I mean, but Wilder, that's that Eddie Hearn. Go say that to Eddie Hearn. Nobody's moved by that over here. Everyone has their own story. You know, Wilder, he tells you it makes sense why Wilder has 40 fights. You know, and this is what scared Team Joshua because they knew he had all that. Damn, he's knocking out hella people, and they knew he's just now starting to peak. You get what I'm saying? This is why they didn't want it. That's why you notice Joshua sounded insecure about, oh, yeah, them guys turned pro in 2009. I was just starting boxing in 2008. That's what had him shook. I only have 20 fights, and Wilder has double that. He has 40, and I have 20. That's experience, bro. That's part of what had him shook, because he know Wilder got more experience. Wilder knocked out everybody except for Fury, and damn near knocked him out too, bro. That's why they didn't want the fight. So you guys using it as a negative. Everyone has a different story. The Canelo that you see before you wouldn't be that Canelo if he only had 25 fights. He's that person because he's been doing this. Why do you think Canelo, the way Joshua came out, Canelo never comes out like that, ever. Name a big Canelo fight where Canelo looked like Steve Rose versus Triple G and looked scared. Looked like Joshua and was hesitant. Practice makes permanent. Some of y'all are like real life idiots. The information is before you. You know enough of it, but you still repeat stupid shit. The reason why Canelo, who cares if he has 50 fights? That's what made him who he is, because he's done that, you know? That's like somebody bringing up, okay, I got, like, let's say this YouTube shit, right? Here's a perfect example. I came up my way on YouTube, I wasn't getting credentials. I didn't write for no publications or websites. I didn't have easy access or like a direct path to a boxing gym. You know, I'm not like Chavez Jr. where I was, born into this lineage, right? I got my shit out the mud and turned this into something. So that's like somebody saying, oh, Ego uploaded 8,000 videos since he started. Who gives a fuck? That's what made me who I am now. And I don't care how many videos I uploaded. Some of them could have been 30-second videos. I don't know. But either way, it's what made me the man that I am now. Who cares how I started? That's like you going back to judge a video I did in 2014 or some shit. Who cares? What's that got to do with who the fuck I am right now? And if I didn't have that experience, maybe I wouldn't be that person. If I just started, if I only had 200 videos, then maybe I wouldn't be as confident speaking, on the mic. But I've been doing this, so it ain't nothing. Have you guys noticed that? How I could do Monday mail days when I was doing it? I could do this and not miss a beat. I'm not stuttering and tripping over every word. That's something you can't buy. That's experience. Canelo has experience. That's why he don't look all shook like Joshua, because he has big boy experience, because he's been doing this as a pro since he was 15 and he's now 28. Joshua started boxing late and he's not fully confident in his 20 fights, and it showed in his interviews. So you guys keep talking about Wilder. He knows his battle. He told you, I wasn't this like all-star that everyone was, watching for out of the Olympics. In fact, I wasn't even supposed to be in the Olympics. That's what's made him the hungry person now, because he knows the whole journey. He knows nobody was checking for him and he was fighting in Cancun or wherever he could get fights earlier in his career. That's what you understand. That's the strength in it. That's the strength in it is, practice makes permanent. That's why you see Wilder before you and he's confident, because he's seen his own growth. Joshua, he only had 22 fights or some shit, so he wasn't fully confident. If Joshua had, that's what they were trying to get him to, but he got knocked off before that. They were trying to get him more experience, and stall out the Wilder fight, stall out Tyson Fury fights, because they knew in their mind, once we get him there, he's going to be unstoppable. And if you listen to what I'm saying and then you match it up with what he said in his interviews, it fits together like a puzzle piece. He told you, oh, them guys started boxing, blah, 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 and I started boxing, blah, blah, blah. Where were they in my 15th fight? I'm fighting Charles Martin, because someone sat him down and told him this bullshit. But boxing doesn't work like that. Nobody, people do this with Lomachenko. Lomachenko fought Nicholas Walters in his 8th fight or some shit. And they're like, oh, yeah, he's pound for pound. Where was Floyd in his 8th fight? Who gives a fuck? Floyd, look what he's done. We've had 20 years of Floyd experience. Who cares where he was in his 8th fight? What does that even mean? Loma, where who did Floyd fight in his 2nd fight? Loma fought Salido. That was his dumbass fault. That's his team fault for putting him in there with a veteran. You know what I'm saying? People say stupid shit. That's why you don't put your fighter in a title fight in their 2nd pro fight, no matter what they did in the amateurs, because you have to adjust to the pro game. It's like being just because you was Tim Tebow in college don't mean you're gonna succeed in the NFL. Man, old media at this point is getting stomped the fuck out. They know this shit don't make sense, bro. Where was Floyd in his 8th fight? What's the basis of that? Does Lomachenko make more money than Floyd? No. Is Floyd a certain Hall of Famer and we know him hard to beat? Yes. You can't say those things for Lomachenko. Could Lomachenko beat Pacquiao? Guess we'll never know, because he don't want to fight Pacquiao. Floyd already beat him. So people focus on that. Joshua focus. My 15th fight, they try to distract you with stupid shit. Where was Wilder in his 15th fight? Where was Chavez Sr. in his 15th fight? Who knows? Where was Canelo in his 15th fight? Who knows? No one gives a fuck about that. Is Chavez, if Chavez walked into a boxing arena right now, would people be like, oh, and taking pictures with him? Is he a legend right now? That's what I'm saying. That you guys have like some of the dumbest skewed logic. Where was so and so in their 15th fight? But they a legend already. You know what I'm saying? We know Chavez is a legend, so who cares? Who cares where Marquez was in his third fight and stupid shit like that? Marquez is a G that knocked out Pacquiao. We have his whole body of work. Now, I'm not saying like, within reason. I'm not saying that in today's modern age of boxing, you don't ever want to see a person step up, but it's just everyone has their own story. That's just what it is. And they tried to baby Joshua just like I told you. Everything I said came true. This is why they mad. This is why we continue to grow, and this is why they mad. Tyson Fury just did an interview, and he said Joshua needs to get rid of all the arse lickers, all the ass kissers, and all the yes men in the camp. Tyson Fury says get rid of them because they're not doing you. They just along for the ride. What did I tell you? Who does that sound like? I told you. Joshua got a bunch of, it'd be 18 dudes in a room. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not targeting anyone. I don't know them motherfuckers. But Joshua will be in a room with 18 dudes. And he'll say some jokes that isn't not even funny. And everyone will be like, oh, ha, 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 ha. And I've told you this. I'm like, what? They here for the ride, bro. I not, like I said, it's not any specific one, but they laughing at stupid shit, bro. I promise you on anything. Like my group members, that's my partners, that's my boys. If I say some dumbass shit, they not finna just laugh because it's me. Trying to act like overly dramatic. Joshua would be like, why did a chicken cross the road? They were like, tell us, AJ. To get to the other side. And everyone's like, ah. That's yes men shit, bro. They be laughing like Kawhi and shit. Like, what? Like, it's not even funny. Now Tyson Fury saying the same shit I've been told you. Sound like a drunk baby crying and shit. What the fuck? What the fuck? He said, bro, I swear, there's a video where he was mimicking Wilder. There's a couple of them, and they're terrible. Yeah, I'm the king of impressions. I'll be on my Jay Farrow shit. I'll be doing these impressions, and I know my shit hit. You now rocking with your man 50 Cent, man. Hey, I was at the club with Trey Songz, nigga. I know my shit hit. His shit doesn't even sound like an American accent, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm the bomber there," like and then people be like, "Ah ha ha," like he nailed it and shit. There, man, watch the one. He was like, "Toward this day," and he started doing his mouth all flicked. And they was like dying, like he just hit that shit, like he hit that bitch, bro. And I was like, what the fuck? And I'm not hating it. If it was funny, it was funny. But that shit, to me, it wasn't funny because it wasn't even like an accurate depiction. I don't know. And then, like I said, you got all the people laughing. Bro, we got surveillance tape on Joshua, bro. Like Casino. We got that. Yeah, he was like, toward this dwat. Like, Wilder didn't do all that. Whatever the fuck you doing. That's what I'm saying. I really feel like they coddled AJ. So we'll see how he bounces back. But I really feel like they coddled him. The same thing with Eddie Hearn. Like he be saying some stuff, and y'all be acting like it's just. He be like talking about you rubbing one out in Transformer PJs. Like, is that really funny to y'all? Like, honestly, that was like no, I'm talking about like the cameraman that's like filming him, and everyone be laughing. Like that. That's really like that was a good one. That was proper banter. I don't know. Maybe it's just different humors, but to me, it's like they be like dying. Like Eddie Hearn would say some shit. It's not even really that funny. It really don't even be funny, and they'd be like, ah ha ha, proper gag, Eddie. You're fucking loads of fun, Eddie. What? And that's what I'm saying. That stuff start getting good to you. Eddie Hearn like that camera. He be all in the camera, all in the video, and that stuff start getting to him. And then now he start doing it and trying to get reactions and read comments and stuff. Meanwhile, Bob Arum and especially Al Heyman is effing you up. They effing you up. They doing more, saying less, and they effing you up. And then you got Eddie Hearn, who's all in the video about it. As a real counselor and a fucking good one, I honestly think AJ does have something going on mentally with him. He probably does. I mean, I see some. Like I said, like I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but like some type of depression, bipolar disorder, or something. I wouldn't be surprised, and that's nothing to make fun of or nothing. But I wouldn't be surprised. Just listen to what he says. Hearn is cringe as fuck. Tries way too hard to be funny. That's what I'm saying. Like he be saying just crazy shit. It seems like Joshua is trying too hard to convince people he's okay post loss. The post he did with the Mexican food was so stupid. Next thing you know, he'll be saying he's fighting Mexican stuff. I'm done. Jay, why you doing like that? Why you do? That's what I'm saying. And I don't know. Maybe it's just different cultures, but in America, the stuff he's doing seems very forced and contrived. Like he's trying to explain to you he's all right, bro. Your own promoter threw you under the bus. Like this, like who does this? Who does this? Like this is no. So this is after he got the Nipsey Blue on. This is after he lost all of his belts a couple of days after. And he's putting inspirational quotes. Bro, this is not Hallmark. This is not Hallmark. Nobody cares about that. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to be upset about the loss. That's why it never feel. Joshua's personality is stiff. Conor McGregor, after the Nate Diaz fight, he was like, oh, we'll go back to the drawing board and we got to fix some things. You know, he's human about it. You get what I'm saying? He's human about it. Joshua's trying to act like like trying to smile through the pain and shit, bro. Like, you don't have to do all that, man. A picture of you flexing, like you just got dropped 4 times, lost all your belts, and then you come back to social media. Hey guys, do you want to smell like me? You know, come on, bro. Smiling, flexing, and this is horrible. You have a professional photo. This is the most touristy shit I've ever seen. You're in Times Square popping a willy on. Like, look at you too big. You popping willies in Times Square. Yeah, it's mad. This looks really forced. So it's like, all right, bro. If I got knocked down 4 times and a loss in that city. I'm not finna be pedaling like I'm on a roller coaster and shit. Like everything's, you know, he taking roller coaster pictures and shit. Like remind me of one of them old toy commercials. Remember when the toy commercials used to be real, and like they would come on TV. See, this I feel bad for this new generation because y'all don't got the same shit. Back in the day, they used to have actual commercials. Kids don't even care about toys now. They fucking bitches and shit. Yeah, girl, they got iPads and shit. But back we used to actually play with toys and go outside. But anyway, they used to have commercials for the toys. I'm Mr. Bucket. You put the ball in my mouth. I'm Mr. Bucket. Buckets of fun. Like they used to have this shit. It used to be just you watching TV, watching cartoons and shit. I'm Mr. Bucket, and then they had like all these little white kids playing. I'm Mr. Bucket. You put the balls in my mouth. I'm Mr. Bucket. Buckets of fun. Oh shit! Like I gotta get that. They're hungry, hungry hippos. Like oh shit! I gotta get that hippo shit. This hippo shit slapping. Ma, give me some of this hippo shit. Like they used to the commercials used to be real. They always had a white kid too. There was always a white kid. Back in the day, it was always a white kid who had the like. It was never a black or a Mexican kid that had the toy. It was always a white kid and shit. Yeah. You got the hungry hippie, hungry hippo, dude. But anyway, I remember they had this one. It was like crossfire. You'll get caught up in the crossfire. That crossfire shit, bro. Listen to when I tell you guys this. The Crossfire commercial was the biggest lie in children's history, bro. They had the kid on some kind of hoverboard playing the game. And I'm like, oh shit, it do all this? Like, bro, he was on some like Back to the Future hoverboard, like crossfire, you'll get caught up in the crossfire. And he's like in the city. It's like some fucking Tron shit. I'm like, oh damn. This crossfire shit wet. That shit was not like that, bro. That shit sucked. Like low key, that shit kind of sucked. But they had the commercial that was slamming. Didn't they have a game Boggle and Battleship, bro? My memory on point. They had that crossfire. I wonder if I can find it. It's like crossfire. You'll get caught up in the crossfire. That shit. It was like the fakest commercial. Oh shit, I found it. Look. Bro, why is he on the hovercraft? See? Bro, these niggas lying, dog. I thought that, bro, I'm a kid and shit, bro. I thought they had it was like the Bloodsport Kumite Mortal Kombat pit or something. They did way too much. I'm like, oh shit, this shit is raw. It was not, look. Like where they get this fiery pit and the motherfucker just gonna be on the hovercrafts. I told you. Bruh, that's listen, the fakest, just take my word for it, bro. Fakest commercial ever. Like I was expecting all that type of shit. Like they had like some kind of street rave, like the first Fast and the Furious movies, and there's like this Kumite Mortal Kombat Bloodsport pit, and they playing the game. I was like, oh shit. Why did motherfucker just spin out and just disintegrate into the app? None of that happened. It's just like it's just like a board game, like Milton Bradley or whoever. It just you open it up. Like where's all the other shit? Hey, they be gassing kids. See, they used to gas these kids, bro. Like why did he just spin out and then go back into outer space? Like where's that part? That's the part. That's why I bought this. Like for $49.99, I thought all that was gonna happen. Gassed me. You heard the song? Crossfire, you'll get caught up. Crossfire. That shit was, like I said, two white kids. Fucking Pearson Hunter and shit. Yeah. Wanna play some fucking Crossfire, dude? Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, I wanna play Crossfire, dude. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Crossfire, dude. What the fuck was I even talking about, bro? I don't even know I'm talking about these toys games. These toys games. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. What? What were we talking about? I know we were talking about Joshua Eddie Hearn. He said WWF wrestling buddies. I'm done. What about Joshua? What were we talking about? Yeah, that Crossfire shit pissed me off. I low key lost focus because it took me back to that point of disappointment. Smash the like button. Fuck it. I don't know. Crossfire. Hella lying. Well, like, where was the street racing and all that shit that they had, bro? Brandon said, I'm a 84 baby. Bro, I know exactly what you... If one more person put Crossfire, stop. Stop putting that Crossfire shit, bro. That's hella... Somebody said Anthony Crossfire Joshua. Stop, please. Y'all killing me right now. So it said Anthony Crossfire Joshua. I don't even know what we were talking about, but they just... Oh, him faking... Yeah, him popping wheelies and shit, bro. You just... Come on, man. It looked too, like... It looked rigged. It looked like you try... Like, you're doing too much to try to sell it. You just lost everything. It's okay to be upset, low key, and then you popping wheelies riding through the city, and you're by yourself. You're popping a wheelie, and there's no one next to you, and there's cars. So you're like, hey, take the picture, hurry up, and you just pop a wheelie real quick, bro. Who does that? I've been to New York so many times. I have never rented a bike, nor have I popped a wheelie on Times Square. That's what I'm saying. Joshua doesn't fit in. He doesn't fit in to like the culture. Like it's like, I don't know, bro. It makes him seem stiff. Like he really hit that wheelie though. Like you just gonna pop. Andy Ruiz took your lunch and you just popping wheelies, huh? And then the worst part about it is his promoter won't stop. His promoter keep telling you more and more information. It's sad. It's sad, bro. Because they keep contradicting what's already out there on them. Like, I know people are different, but Andy Ruiz you don't see him doing none of this. So Andy Ruiz won, and he not even doing all this, but Joshua's doing. That's what I'm saying. It's like people doing it for photo ops. It's like you doing something to show people. That's just horrible.
Everyone was telling them Eddie Hearn's no good, and it's just taking us time and knocking down doors to the point. Fine young man.
Listen.
One of the things is not, And just finally talking to him, he went out, I think, Thursday, went and watched
Listen.
the bar. Friends are there. I mean, they're not like, no one's moping.
Listen.
And he didn't leave.
I've just been watching how he's been dealing with the loss. Oh, what a character,
he's hurting
man.
bad.
Yeah, for sure he is.
He just said he's hurting bad. Why would Eddie Hearn reveal this? The guy said, oh, yeah, I'm watching how he's dealing with all this stuff. And he says, oh, yeah, he's hurting bad. Yeah, he's really messed up. Listen.
Sure, just to be able to come back here and run it back here. And, you know, I've just been watching how he's been dealing with the loss. Oh, what a character, man.
Bad.
Yeah, for sure he is. He's a competitor.
He has a house here that he's renting, and he didn't leave it until Thursday.
Yeah.
He didn't leave the house.
And the whole team's still here.
Bro, Joshua's popping a wheelie, smiling, in Times Square, which is about the touristy thing you can do. But Eddie Hearn just threw him under the bus and just told y'all that while he was here after the fight, he's back in England now. But at the time, he lost Saturday, which bled over into Sunday. He said he did not leave his penthouse or whatever he was renting till Thursday. So you tell me that Joshua's flexing and smiling and stuff, that's real? But your promoter saying, oh, he's hurting bad. Oh, yeah, he didn't leave the house for a week. That's why Joshua, bro, I don't want to put this on, but to me, it's a wrap for Joshua. It really is. It's a wrap for Joshua. Like, not saying he can't compete, but it's a wrap for him being at the placement that he was thought of before. That part is done. That aura is done, bro. And I told you, new media is here. As long as they keep lying, then, you know, it is what it is. But I think that aspect of Joshua, I don't think that's coming back. You know, I just seen Joe Joyce. I'm not seen him he's in the UK, but I just seen Joe Joyce said, oh yeah, Andy Ruiz exposed that Joshua, his chin ain't that good. Bro, that's not a good thing for a big. Joe Joyce is big, so that's not a good thing for a big heavyweight to say, because he's in your division. He's part of one of your countrymen. You know, he has amateur experience, Olympic experience too, and he's saying, oh yeah, Andy Ruiz basically exposed Joshua. They ain't got no chin. So if your constituents and your peers are saying that, then it's kind of a wrap to me. You get what I'm saying? Because there's someone in your division that you could fight, and he's saying, oh, yeah, his chin was exposed, basically. You know, Tyson Fury saying, oh, he got a lot of yes men, and it looked like he was mentally checked out, which is what I've been telling you, like he mentally quit. Wilder said what he said, you know, like, oh, yeah, he wasn't a true champion, you know. Then you have Dillian White saying, oh, yeah, his performance was like that because he couldn't get testosterone exemptions. Triple G hinted to that too. Bro, it's a wrap. I don't really feel like, how you going to come back from that, bro? When your peers are saying this stuff about you. You know, your peers are saying like, oh, yeah, you know. Because if your peers think that and those are people you could possibly fight, then how don't they come in confident? Bro, this was the worst thing that could happen. This is the worst thing that could happen because how it played out and everything and who did it. You know, everything. Everything considered, it is the kind of the worst possible. Because there's no, even if you had a piss poor camp, there's no coming back. There's no reversing this out of everyone's memory. You get what I'm saying? There's no way you can take that. You can't take the night back. You know? There's no way you can erase it. So even if he does get past Andy Ruiz, which I'm picking Ruiz again, but even if he didn't, even if he did stop Andy Ruiz, people are gonna refer back to this fight. This is your, you know, what do people do with Floyd? Floyd ain't lost, and people look at it, performances where he had to figure shit out. And they always revert back to that because that's the closest. You got to look at the Castillo fight and try to get a game plan. We've seen Joshua lose, you know, and the stuff how he lost and the stuff he lost at, that's not stuff you could just correct at all / overnight. Like you can't correct your chin. Bob Arum just said that too. You can't correct your chin. So if that, you know, if people feel that way, then that's what they're going to target. Like, honestly, real talk, the amount of power that Wilder has and the confidence he has, just those two ingredients, who would favor Joshua at this point? Like, real talk. Because, see, and that's what I'm saying. The jig is up. I'm telling you. With Wilder's physical attributes, 6'7", athletic, and the power and confidence he has, who is going to favor Joshua? Even if Joshua came back and destroyed Andy Ruiz, who's going to favor Joshua to beat Wilder? Let's really talk about it. Who is going to favor him? Nobody in their right mind. That's what I'm saying. Wilder has too much power with too much confidence. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's forever ingrained in people's mind because they've seen that. Who's gonna, like I said, even if he gets his belts back, you want to see Wilder Joshua? I'd rather see Wilder Fury now. You know, Fury with a couple of tune-ups. I'm just being real. Wilder Joshua is not even what it was at all, even if he redeems himself. How? You know what I'm saying? That's like watching Juanma Lopez versus Gamboa after Orlando Salido stopped him. Like, if you know, even if Salido lost the second fight, you know, it's not the same fight now. You know, same thing with Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. If one of them loses, then, you know, that, and if they lose like Joshua lost, then who's going to be talking about that fight like that? So I think that aura has been stripped away, especially when it gets to your peers are saying stuff. Like Joe Joyce said, oh, his chin ain't all that. Joe Joyce is a big guy with power in your division, and he's your countryman saying the same thing. Nancy, what's good? And Wilder has the type of power you're not gonna necessarily get up from, bro. It's over for old media, bro. To me, whatever's going on in Joshua's camp, they knew it, and they knew Wilder's power and style would be all wrong for Joshua. I don't care what nobody says, bro. There's no other way around it. You know, there's no other way around it. They knew. Okay, if he has issues with punch resistancy, they know about it. Trust me, because they know what's going on in sparring, and you know they're privy to the non-disclosures and shit like that. So, to me, this is vindication for everything we've been talking about on this new media hype. There is no way you tell me that Anthony Joshua's team don't know his strengths and weaknesses, and they get to see what we don't get to see behind the scenes shit. You know, and that's why when people are saying like Joey Dweco and stuff like that, it's not that shocking. David Price said the same thing. Daniel Dubois said the same thing. But a lot of people have NDAs and they don't want to get they don't want to get sued or get in trouble. So I don't know why them guys came out and said it, Dubois and shit, but it's not that shocking. Oh yeah, meanwhile, I did a video about it. Joey Dweco's on a Matchroom card. He's fighting Murat Gassiev in his first fight. So the guy who is claimed to have knocked out or hurt or concussed Joshua or given him a hard time is being rewarded with an opportunity against Gassiev. So that definitely doesn't do anything. Look, bro, it's a wrap for old media. Told you. Look, Eddie Hearn, this guy right here from Philly, shout out to my ox in Philly, is fighting Murat Gassiev as he moves up from cruiserweight to heavyweight on the Hooker. This is on the Hooker card, on the Hooker Ramirez card. So the guy that they're saying knocked out Joshua conveniently is on a Matchroom DAZN card. So you guys, you could say whatever you want, but you tell me what that looked like. Okay. World Boxing News came out with this article saying, hey, we got a source that says Joey Dweko was in camp and he was roughing up AJ to some extent. Either he gave him a concussion, he knocked him down, he dropped him, or he hurt him, or he knocked him out. Some variant of that, right? Cool. First, they didn't reveal it was Joey Dweko. They just said, we heard this happen in sparring. Then Eddie Hearn and them denied it. Then WBN website came back with the actual name of the person. I could confirm that the guy in question was in camp with Joshua. Exhibit A. So I know he was in camp with him. So I know he worked with Andy Ruiz at a point in time. I know he was in camp with him. Right? So we have, bro, I told you, I'm like, this is like true detective shit. So we have a rumored story, testimony or whatever. We have a suspect. We have that suspect at the scene of the crime. So we placed him there in Miami in training camp with Anthony Joshua. Okay. So we have the suspect at the scene of the crime. We were able to place him there. This is some real life forensic file shit, yo. And okay. So we have Joshua admitting that the guy has power. That's the guy said he's gonna tell you I'm the greatest sparring partner. Ha 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 ha. And then the first words out of Joshua's mouth is, "This guy's power. This guy's power." And then he starts playing games. Chill, ha ha ha, as he's cycling. And then the dude's laughing. So that sounds like there was some good work in that camp. Sounds like there was some good work. Right? Oh, yeah, there's more. I told you, new media. Joey Dweko posted this. Going live tonight to talk about the AJ fight and answer whatever questions everyone has. This was after these rumored reports were published. Look, the reports were published that he had dropped it or hurt him in sparring. And he says going live tonight to talk about the AJ fight. So this is after the Ruiz fight when the published reports came out that he had hurt Joshua in camp. And he says going live to talk about the AJ fight and answer whatever questions everyone has. Like, oh shit, he about to explain, and tell if this is true. He's going to explain it to the fans. And then the night he was supposed to do it, this is what he said.
All right, everybody, I just got back from a late night run. I didn't get a chance to go live. I'm training for a huge fight right now, so I'm basically focused on that. Sorry, everybody, I just got back from a late night run. I didn't get a chance to go live. I'm training for a huge fight right now,
So he said, I'm going to answer everyone's questions. And then everyone's waiting for it because all the rumors have circulated. Then he comes back and says, sorry, guys, I'm in camp. I'm training for a big fight. I'm training for a big fight. And then we find out that big fight is this. Eddie Hearns. He fighting on Sky Sports, live on DAZN card, the same guy in question. Look, you see that DAZN logo? That shit sound like hush money. That sound like hush money. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all talking about. That sound like hush money. Like, oh, you held it down. You didn't, you stuck to the NDA. We gonna reward you, put you on a card, bro. That sound like hush money. Good looking. We'll put you on this card. Good looking. It's a lot of circumstantial evidence, but again, when you're dealing with a team like Team Joshua, they tell you different shit. So I don't know. So it's either way, it doesn't do a good job of dispelling that rumor. That doesn't like, and you notice they're not saying nothing. Like when Eddie Hearn, they're like, oh, the thing that's pissing me off is, all these rumors that he got dropped in sparring. Just give Andy Ruiz his props. It was Andy's night. Nah, it's like they trying to hurry up and get you to think on a different level, like switch your whole wavelength of thinking. Just give Andy Ruiz his props. I wish I could tell you something went wrong in sparring, but nothing went sparring. It doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good. I wish I could tell you there was something wrong. I wish I could, but there's nothing wrong. So this is what I'm saying. This pompous British type of attitude that Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua have come over. Right? Let Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua tell it. This is what I'm supposed to believe. Let's go. Smash the like button. This is what they want me to believe. The father was just upset. He approached Eddie Hearn specifically, not the referee for stopping it, not Rob McCracken, not, one of the assistants or water boys or cut man. He approached Eddie Hearn specifically, yelling obscenities, pointing his finger, and looking visibly angry. Let them tell it. Oh, it was nothing. He was just upset because his son lost. That's what they want us to believe. How did he get the marks in the face? Radio Raheem asked him on May 28th, and he says, oh, just simple physio. And he's like, what? Physio? Oh, yeah, physio. He's like, oh, yeah, recovery, rest, and rehabilitation. And he's like, oh, physio. And then randomly Joshua said, no one does that to me in camp. Like, okay. It was a little bit guilty sounding. Then May 31st, he does an interview with Sky Sports. Joshua says, there was a lion in camp, war wounds, just like on my hands. And then the guy with Sky Sports was like, lion in the camp, lion. He's like, no, I'm Team Buatsi, because that's Anthony Yard's shit, that lion's in the camp. So, yeah, you're lying in the camp. That's what it sounds like. Somebody. You said it was physio. So let's recap. The dad was just angry his son lost, but he went for Eddie Hearn specifically. But nothing happened. Nothing was wrong. No panic attack, nothing. He was just angry at Eddie Hearn particularly. Right? Then it went from physio to a lion in the camp and war wounds, and I've had a tough camp. Then Eddie Hearn did an interview with IFL, and he says, oh, that wasn't even a black eye. That was from a compression machine. Okay. So we're back to the physio type shit. Recovery. So Joshua said it was recovery, physio. People questioned it, and people were like, what the fuck? What do you mean? And then he said it was a lion in camp. Look at my hands. I always have war wounds, blah, blah, blah. And then now Eddie Hearn is back to saying it's a compression machine. Bro, this is ugly. So they also said there's no panic attack. There's no footage of Anthony Joshua warming up and being interviewed by Brian Kinney or anything that I've seen. So at a major fight, American debut, we don't see no behind the scenes like when they went to like Golovkin's back room, or when it's like, hey, Jim Gray with Sky Sport, with Showtime here. I'm here with the champ WBC, Deontay Wilder, Dominic Brazil, and then he's like, all right, wish you luck on your fight. I'll be back with you. We don't see none of that, but there was no panic attack, bro. There was no panic attack, but we don't see no type of like behind the scene, in between, waiting for the next fight. It's an awkward long walk. Everybody looks like they saw a ghost. Everybody looks like they're frowning, but they're saying there was no panic attack or nothing. So the dad was just angry and upset. The physio went to lying in the camp back to a compression machine. Everyone looks solemn and like spooked. And Joshua visibly looked uncomfortable and worried and shook, but there was no panic attack. Everything was great. Had a great camp. They had a great camp. They were never hurt or sparring. But you have marks on it. Bro, come on. Stop. It's just so many things that even if I believe some of it, like, is this Eddie Hearn, I feel like they're lying like little kids, bro. When your mama get back and say, how did the vase get broken? And you and your brother concocted this horrible story to tell her you were really playing football in the house and knocked over the vase. And you gonna be like, man, what happened was there was a tremor, there was an earthquake, but it only hit our house because we live on the fault line. So it was some San Andreas shit. I tried to grab the vase, but then the vase slipped out of my hand, and then Ronnie, he couldn't save it either. Like, come on, bro, this shit sound horrible. So there was an earthquake that only affected this house on the block. My mom would whoop our ass, straight up. Sound like a little kid lie, bro. Because there's too many loopholes. For you to be telling me 100% the truth, there's too many like odds and ends and shit. Nope. You had the greatest camp, but you had the worst night of your life as a pro. You had marks on your face, but it was the greatest camp. You had marks on your face, and then there's 3 different reasons why the mark was on your face. Just come on, bro. Ego, didn't AJ's dad come out to UK media? Nah, he said, I seen an interview. He said Steve Bunce or whatever said, you want to come on the show? He said, nah. Bro, it's going to come out at some point. They probably don't want him to come out like, chill, dad, chill. See, and Joshua, like I said, Joshua, in my opinion, he don't have it to stand alone and be his own man like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gonna do whatever Massa Hearn say type shit. You get what I'm saying? Slave room. He gonna do whatever they say. Like, your pops want to go drill Eddie Hearn, and he confirmed that. And you're like, no, dad, no. Protecting Massa. No, dad, it's me. I did this. I lost. Don't attack Massa Eddie. That's what it feels like. Like a good, obedient dad. No, please. Massa Eddie, he treats the family okay. I lost the fight. I got hit with the Snickers. Dad, no. Like, whatever, bro. Bro, Joshua got to be his own man. He said Jago type of shit. Listen, until Joshua's team comes up, like cleans up what they've been doing, I don't think people are going to believe him. And they're going to be a hard seller in America. Hey, daddy, no. Mom, get dad. He's going to attack Ed. Eddie, what have you done for me lately? Hey, Victor is out of control. He said, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Eddie. Ooh, I am for real. You are a fool. He's definitely like Anthony to Joshua. The D is silent. Bro, he was trying to protect Massa Eddie. I seen that. Dad, I'll take the shot. Punch me. Hey, Dad. Dad, lay it on me. Stop. Don't hit Eddie. This motherfucker was like really trying to protect. Like, right on the kisser. I'm the fighter. Just punch me. Dad, please. Dad was ready to chunk. Dad was ready to chunk him. Dad was like, yeah, get off me. Get off me, son. I'm in New York. Get off me. Anthony Joshua, no, he had a towel on his head like E.T. in the basket and shit. He's like, no, Dad, punch me. Like, like some movie shit or something. Like some movie shit. Someone about to shoot the girl. They got a hostage. No, take me as a hostage. Hey, Dad, I'll be the hostage. Please, please, lay me out. Whoop me in front of American media, world media. Whoop my ass. As long as Eddie Hearns, as long as he is safe. He has blue eyes, please. Please, as long protect the blue eye man, please. As long as Eddie. No, I deserve it. I have brown eyes. As long as he as long as he is safe. Like, hey, bro. Bro, Joshua gotta be his own man. That motherfucker like the girl from Coming to America. Eddie Hearn's like, do you want to take this rematch? Whatever it is you like. Like, hey, this could be career ending if you lose. Whatever it is you like, Eddie. You want it in November, December. Whatever it is you like, Eddie. No. Oh, I know what it is that I like. I would like to know what you like. Would you like to fight in November or December? Whatever it is you like, Eddie. What the fuck? Like, hey, man, Joshua, you want to fight? You want it in Madison Square Garden, Mexico, or the UK? Whatever it is you like. No, I know what it is I like. I hop on one foot, bark like a dog. That motherfucker was like, why, bro? That's what I'm saying. Joshua, it's like he's a fighter and he's trying to maybe learn the business, but he's not like business savvy to me. And I've always peeped that. Like he makes money for sure, but he don't like seem like he got the. He let Eddie Hearn railroad him. Myron Denard, Eddie Hearn ruined AJ and Kilbrook. They better go sign with Al Heyman before it's too late. Hop on one foot, bark like a dog. Whatever it is you like, Eddie. Bro, what the fuck? Hold on. A large dog. Woof, woof, woof. Like, hey, bro. Eddie out here got you doing tricks. Hey, I see the one. I didn't miss you. He said, what if AJ lose again? He pulls a Ronda Rousey and joins the WWE. They're going to call him the gentleman before he wrestles someone. He tries to talk it out with them and goes, meet with me. Hey, bro, you out of pocket, dog. He said, meet with me. Yeah, he will. Fucking Nation of Domination. Booker T. He'll be right there with Booker T. Remember when Booker T slipped up and said the N-word? He was like, Hulk Hogan, you bitch ass nigga. Oh. He knew Booker. Listen, I know my wrestling, like the classic shit. He knew he fucked up, bro. He on national TV and dropped the N-word. He's like, yeah, Hogan, that's fucked up. You old bitch ass nigga. Oh. And then the Micro Machine, Mean Gene, was like, well, there you have it. He called him a nigga. Hell nah, bro. He said that on national. He knew. He said, Hogan, I'm coming for you, nigga. Like, oh, shit. I thought I was in the streets. I'm in the WWF out this motherfucker. I forgot. That motherfucker thought he was back on the block. Hey, Booker T a fool. Like, he said, Hogan, I'm coming for you, nigga. Oh, shit. The worst part about it, Hogan, he be saying racist shit, so he said it back. He's like, oh yeah, brother nigger. Like, Hogan probably said this shit back. I seen that tape, or heard the tape with Hogan. Hogan said the N-word back probably. He said, oh yeah, brother nigger. Yeah, what the fuck? I got Hogan saying the N-word, bro. I like the classic wrestler, Tatanka, Steve Austin was my dude. That motherfucker was. I like Steve Austin. That motherfucker would get Jimmy Fly Snuka. That shit was hard. I think Goldust might have been the worst wrestler in the history. Like Goldust, his special moves, he would like fart in your mouth and shit. Like I don't like that shit, bro. Like that's a weird ass move. He'll knock you on the ground and shake his ass in your mouth. Like, hey, bro, I'll bring a gun to this match. You know how they have the like fucking chain match and shit. Hey, this the gun match, bro. You really out here violating though. He ain't twerking in like in your face and shit. Hey, bro, you tripping, dog. Yeah, Rikishi would twerk in your mouth too, bro. Bro, I'm good with that. Diamond Dallas Page, yeah, he was wrong. I used to like Razor Ramon too. Okay, Chico. He would really disrespect you with that toothpick. Like, really, like, throw it in your shit. Like, toothpick's kind of sharp, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the motherfucker had a Jerry curl. Mexican Jerry curl, bro. Okay, Chico. Yeah, wrestling used to be dope. Hey, Eddie Guerrero was dope. That frog splash shit was wet. Rest in peace to Eddie Guerrero. Ultimate Warrior is my favorite. That motherfucker burned hella cardio running out to the ring, shaking the ropes. Have you ever listened to Ultimate Warrior, like his dressing room speech? That motherfucker was like high as a kite. Like he was like really just, the people of Arcadia, Hogan, there is a black child. He's at the mall. Like, bro, he was just saying random shit. Like with the people. The people of Arcadia. Oh, what the fuck? Like, I don't know if this is scripted because he just make it up. For galaxies. I like Ravishing Rick Rude. So it said AJ finna be in that WWF shit. Y'all tripping. But I think Joshua just has to be his own man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, step out the shoes and like do what's right for him. Like, Dad, hit me. Don't take it on Eddie. He's like trying to be too nice or some shit. You know? That's why I didn't believe when he was talking about Wilder. That's why I like Povetkin and Klitschko. These nice young white fellas. They signed a contract and they don't want to get in my face. What? Bro, you a fighter. You get what I'm saying? Like, you... Yeah, Povetkin, I like the way he does business. Like, Joshua, he's just trying to make it like too much of it. Like, you ain't Floyd. Floyd don't even fight like that. Floyd ain't gonna let nobody get in his ring and disrespect him. Shane Mosley tried. Man, Floyd is not finna. Remember, he punked Robert Guerrero. I don't care what none of y'all say. He said, all right, motherfucker, you easy work. Easy work. He can't fight for you. The people on the side, your dad can't fight for you. Floyd don't do that. Joshua is bigger than every most average man. And he like, oh, no, you may not. Mother, may I? You may not get in my ring. You Wilder, you hooligan. Yeah, I read through the manual. I read through Dominic Brazil's Urban Dictionary. You can't get in my ring. What? And then Wilder and Tyson Fury just be bout it. Popping in people's ring and talking shit. And like, man, what? Joshua was trying to act like prim and proper. Nobody wanted to hear that. Tyson Fury, after Wilder knocked out Spilka, stole the mic from Jim Gray. He was like, I'll fight you in your backyard like I done Klitschko. Like, this motherfucker was just try to steal the show, bro. Like, this is a Wilder event on Showtime. You just go steal the mic. Remember, he said, I'll fight you boom. I'll fight you in your backyard like I done Klitschko. And he started walking around, taking his jacket off. Like, you know, Joshua talking about, oh, Walter can't get in my ring. It's my ring. What? But then you want me with me? Like, stop. I was dying a few streams back when Ego said AJ needs to stop with this distinguished gentleman bullshit, bro. That's not what Americans like. I was crying. Am I lying, though? I'm just the realest one to tell you this. Floyd really did choke the fuck out of Victor. He was pointing at him and, hey, bro, Floyd is, man, I'm not if I'm dry, I'm not stopping through Grand Rapids. If that's what they producing, like, how a motherfucker gonna choke you and point at you? That's just like that's too much disrespect. A grown ass man choking you and Victor Ortiz is like, and he was pointing at his cheek. Hey, bro, this is too much disrespect going on right now, bro. Floyd was like choking him and had his hand in his cheek. Victor Ortiz like, hell nah, bro. You gonna let someone use both of their hands to assault you? Hey, bro. I'm a dog. I'm a gorilla. I'm a gorilla. I'm a dog. Like, the motherfucker. Hell nah, bro. Yeah, between Floyd and James Toney, I'm not stopping by Grand Rapids. They disrespecting out there. Cause James Toney really pulled up on Jim Gray though. Like, damn, you finna just smoke Jim Gray out like that? He's like, why you walk up on me, dog? I don't even like you, dog. I don't even like you. How you gonna just tell the reporter, like, he just trying to interview you? James Toney, get up off me, dog. Why you walk up on me? I don't even like you, dog. Get the fuck away. Like, oh shit. I would literally leave if James Toney told me that. Like, all right, lights out. You got that. You got this one. I'll be back. I'll interview the next card. Like, that man turned around. Jim Carrey was falling in with a mic. He said, why you walk up on me, dog? I don't even like you. Oh, shit. And when James Toney says believable, he ain't no, like, featherweight or no shit. He'll really hurt one of these announcers. Shit, he'll hurt me. I like James Toney. That's one of my favorite fighters. Oh, we having a party. We going to Burger King. We having a party. It's like, the motherfucker would just, he would be on the videos with Ellie and shit. He'd be like, yeah, I'll fight the bitch close. The bitch close. Excuse me, Klitschko. Like, the motherfucker would just be going in. He said, I'll fight the bitch close sisters. The Klitschkos. Oh, we having a party. Burger King. I fuck with Tony, dog. Oh, we having a party. The bitch code sister, the Klitschko. Why you walk up on me, dog? I don't even like you. Damn, James Toney too real for it. James Toney's too real, bro. There's nothing that can stop how real he is. It's just what it is. The man said, why you walk up on me, dog? I don't even like this. That's hella funny. Yeah, man. Matchroom doing some real life. They doing a real life damage control though. They really trying to sue the WBC. Are you gonna sue people? Are you really finna sue them though? Like, you really gonna sue? But anyway, I think Eddie Hearn knows he's getting like pushed out. That's what it is. Oh, we having a party. He knows he's getting pushed out. Like, cause look at it. This what he don't like. He sees it. See, Eddie Hearn messed around and waited. He waited till the shit happened, and now it's like, he's always coming from behind. Other people are strategizing and working and doing stuff. He's doing interviews. I told you. You notice? Remember what I said? It comes true. You see what it comes true, right? Notice Eddie Hearn, all the proper banter and all the, extreme interviews, they're always with UK media. Always. He don't be doing, that's what I'm saying. He knows who he could get away with that shit with. Have you know? Am I the only one? Let's just be real. Have you noticed when he's talking about Transformer PJs and I want a 12-inch penis and all this shit? It's always in front of UK cameras. Has no one else has noticed this but me? Like, I don't give a fuck where I'm at. I'm the same me no matter who I'm at, where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, if someone asks me boxing here versus in New York, it's the same. You're going to get the same type of answers from Cali me or New York me. It don't matter where the fuck I'm at. He be doing all that extra shit in the comfort zone, just like Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua doesn't open up to American media. That's what I'm saying. He's not going to, especially with that performance with Andy Ruiz. This is why people relate to Andy Ruiz more, and they're gonna gravitate to Wilder and Andy Ruiz. I'm telling you, because just looking from a personality perspective, Joshua doesn't. He, like I said, it's kind of robotic. It's stiff. When I see Andy Ruiz, I genuinely, as a boxing fan, feel happy. I feel happy for him just as a human. Like, look, this looks sincere. Like, this man, he can't even hide it. Look, this motherfucker I never even seen this. He got a Snickers belt, bro. He got an Intercontinental Shawn Michaels Sweet Chin Music Snickers belt. Like, where did he get this from? They had this at Ross? Where did he get this from? TJ Maxx? They gave him a Snickers belt, and he's like, he more happy at the Snicker belt than like all the other belts you got. Like, look, that's a real. He's just like y'all motherfuckers see this Snicker belt, bro. He happy off a Snicker belt. I gotta respect that, bro. He got the Intercontinental Snickers belt, and is hype. Joshua is popping willies after he lost everything that they built him as. They always talked about Joshua's belt. Always. They always talked about how he had the most belts and Wilder only had one measly belt, and even though it's the green belt that we all respect, they built Joshua up on material things, and now that he don't have material things, now he has to humble himself. Now he has to go watch, kids in the hood play basketball and shoot bricks and shit. Now you want to connect with the culture. Andy Ruiz came out to Nipsey. He been connected to the culture, Shout out to the black and brown in L.A. They all know what it is, bro. Andy Ruiz just a cool dude, Seen him at fights and shit. He's just cool. Kick back. Wilder, cool. Kick back. AJ, now he got to redo his image and shit. Ain't nobody else got to do that. Whether Wilder wins a fight or Andy Ruiz wins a fight, they don't have to switch up who they are. Joshua got to go show that he's playing ball with the New York kids and, dealing with the camera and popping wheelies and shit. Because they know they came in foul. They messed up. They really did. And I told you this was coming. New medium. Look, Andy Ruiz just switched his life upside down. And I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there and tell you how he became the president of a town called Baylor. Right? He just switched his whole life in one night. And he not even cheesing like Joshua. He had a Snicker belt and he just like motherfuckers know. And Joshua's like popping wheelies. What looks real to you? What looks like that's what I'm saying. They're not doing a good job of making Joshua not look like a wax statue. Joshua lost all this shit. Eddie Hearn just did an interview saying, I just let you all hear it, that he's miserable and he ain't left the house. But then when he does leave the house, he's popping a wheelie in Times Square, the most touristy spot, the most touristy thing you can even fucking do, with a professional photo and not like an iPhone photo. And he's like, bro, it just doesn't look right. And as long as they keep lying and making Joshua look like so stiff and unrelatable, then it's, good luck trying to sell them in America. That's just it. That's what I see. It just looks so forced. Like, just be you. I'm sure he's probably a cool dude, but they're trying to make him look like something like proper, and they try to make wild. And see, this is the funny thing. You can't do that. America's different. They try to make Wilder look like this thug and villain and like this asshole because he's talking about killing fighters. Yeah. Oh yeah. Why is he talking about murdering a fighter? It's supposed to be a gentleman's sport. And guess what? He's still popular. You did all that to hate, talk about he ain't selling and nobody knows him, and he's still popular. And listen, America got to get behind Deontay Wilder, because I'm noticing a lot of fake shit, bro. People have so much, people, if you notice, people are so accepting of Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua that are Americans. They're like, oh yeah. It's like they're almost picking both of those guys to do better than Wilder. But then Wilder does better than both of them, and then nobody's giving Wilder his props. For example, Tyson Fury is fighting this week. Ain't nobody talking about it. Bob Arum just said that Tyson Fury is going to be a big star like George Foreman. He fighting Tom Schwartz. Nobody's even pressed about it. They're trying to, the media, old media, what they continually to do is try to force feed you who they want to feed you. And then they spend less times with the people that probably the culture in the culture of boxing would relate to more. Like, put some more time into Terrence Crawford and showing us what a cool guy he is, instead of making it look like Tyson Fury's this like Dapper Don type of person. Show us some more about Teofimo, more than you do Lomachenko. You see what I'm saying? And it's funny because you can't manifest what you want to manifest. That's not how it works. Like, you don't think old media is mad that my channel gets super chats and is relevant and is pushing numbers? Of course they're mad, but they can't do nothing about it. This is what we built. So, old media is probably like, what the fuck? Why do you guys listen to this guy? This is bullshit. They say it. I've heard old media say shit like this. People have sent me little shit here and there where people are hating, yeah, why do you guys support this guy, and like, who cares? Stop watching it. They gotta hate. They gotta say, stop watching new media. This shit ain't real. They gotta hate. They're trying to force you into liking who they think you want to like, as opposed to just giving people equal opportunities to be seen and given exposure and commentary. They'll analyze every move Shakur Stevenson or Crawford does, and then Tyson Fury getting his ass knocked down in his fights, or against Steve Cunningham and against Wilder, and then let them tell it. They'll act like he's the masterclass boxer. Explain this shit to me. How is Shakur Stevenson and Terrence Crawford not being praised, a lot more frequently from Top Rank, and they're not getting knocked down? Shakur Stevenson just had what was supposed to be a step up, and he made it look like easy work. Terrence Crawford keep doing what people don't think he could do. He moved up from 35 to 40 to 47, and he stopped everybody at 147 since he's been there. And guys had names or coming off good wins and shit. But they talking like Tyson Fury is the masterclass boxer, because that's what they want to sell you. Doesn't work like that. Fury's a good fighter, but when have you seen Terrence Crawford nearly knocked out and knocked down twice? What fight was that? Those are black guys, and Top Rank don't care unless you're white. When have you ever seen Crawford knocked down and then get knocked down worse 2 rounds after that and really nearly knocked out? But how come that's not being promoted? Crawford is a dog. Crawford is a beast. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling you, we restoring order back in the game, because I know what they're doing. Like, they disrespecting Wilder every chance, and I still ain't made the video about it, but it's coming. Ring Magazine, That old media bullshit, bro. How is Tyson Fury number one? Based on what? They said he's the number one heavyweight. Based on what? Wilder just knocked out his mandatory. Tyson Fury is fighting some motherfucker that never fought outside of Germany. How is he number one? Why did he? If he's number one, why didn't Ring Magazine and all these motherfuckers pressure Tyson Fury to fight Wilder next? How? They go off of what they like. I'm going you off of like skill and what I see, and like ability to win and shit. How is Tyson Fury number one? Like where it's just a foregone conclusion. His biggest claim to fame is what he did with Klitschko. The Wilder shit wasn't as impressive as you try to make it out to be. I was there. He did cool. He boxed well, but I can't say that's a masterclass boxing when you get knocked out and you admit that you were knocked out for 4 seconds and Jack Reese gets all in your grill trying to wake you up. Everybody in the world thought the fight was over at that moment. When have you ever seen put it this way. Name another fight where when the fight was over, you said somebody had a masterclass boxing clinic and they got knocked out, confirmed by them, for at least a few seconds. Name any other performance in boxing history where someone got knocked down like that, hurt hard and dropped, eyes closed and all that, and was asleep for a minute. And then by the fight's end, they got back up and did whatever, and you said that was a masterclass boxing. Name another fight where that's ever happened. Tyson Fury running around saying he won 10 rounds to 2. Why didn't you rematch Wilder? Why do you need 3 tune-ups? Wilder is not taking tune-up. He took a mandatory, and now he's about to fight Ortiz. Once again, they don't want to give the black fighter no type of peas. They don't want to give him no type of credit. So what's more commendable? Wilder fighting Ortiz, Fury, pushing for the Fury fight, Fury fucking that up by signing ESPN and signing Top Rank, and then going on to take care of his mandatory to get that out the way. A guy who's 6'7" and an Olympian who had a 3-win knockout streak in Dominic Brazil, or Tyson Fury fleeing and fighting an unknown guy who ain't been to the Olympics that I haven't heard one bit of promotion behind of who this guy is. You got to go on YouTube and try to watch one of his old fights, and I looked at some of them, and I wasn't really impressed. You know? And then Wilder's finna fight Luis Ortiz again. What's more commendable? But they're still saying Tyson Fury is number one pound for pound. Based on what? Based on running from the rematch? Based on getting knocked down hard? Because he was fainting a lot? Like, what are we basing off? Fury is a good fighter, yes. But how is he over Wilder when he don't even have an actual belt I can hold like that? You know, he don't have like a WBC belt, WBA belt. And you just saying he's the best just because you want to. Because your perception is that he won. But see, that old media shit don't work no more. Because I feel the fight was a rightful draw. It was scored a rightful draw. So you think you could just override my opinion as long as the opinion of others and people who felt Deontay Wilder actually won the fight and didn't like the stoppage. So just because you felt Tyson Fury did such a masterful boxing, which you guys can't think of any other fight in history where someone got knocked down multiple times like that and it was still deemed a masterclass boxing, you know? So how is Tyson Fury won? It's because Anthony Joshua lost. That's who you had number one. So you couldn't wait to slide him in there. You couldn't wait to slide, you know, the guy with the white skin, the Caucasian fighter who's a good talker and showman and singing these songs and shit. None of that has anything to do with boxing. Tyson Fury's entertaining, yes. But he also says some crazy shit too. Singing songs and Sweet Home Alabama, Leonard Skinner. I don't care about none of that. Y'all can care about that. It's cool. It's fun for the moment. But that I don't factor any of that like into rankings. I can't rank you because you're singing karaoke. Pacquiao sings karaoke. That's not what's going to get you in the rankings. They want Fury to be number one. Just like Bob Arum, he said, oh, yeah, everyone's going to like him, like Fury, like Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. That's what you want. But nobody's talking about the Schwartz fight. No one's talking about that. Tyson Fury in America, his biggest buzz was getting dropped by Wilder. That's the biggest thing that has made Tyson Fury views. Tally all the views and memes and shit of Tyson Fury in the 12th round and tell me there's one name, any single individual American clip like the Joe Rogan Experience, which is one podcast, or a particular interview or snippet that got more airtime than him getting knocked down by Wilder in the 12th round. Name one solid clip that I could see that if I were to tally how many times this has been retweeted and reposted, it would trump the 12th round shit and all the memes and Undertaker memes and all that. What event, what American video did he do that got more spins than the knockdown shit? And they're trying to make it like Wilder's living in Tyson Fury's shadow, but Tyson Fury was pretty much resurrected from the dead career-wise because of Wilder. Wilder is the champion. Wilder is the one that selected and was willing to fight him, and then Fury was willing to fight, so they made the first fight. But before, nobody was talking about Fury. He was fighting Safiri and Francisco Pianeta. So he would have probably continued fighting guys like that on his comeback trail had it not been for Wilder getting burnt by Joshua and needing a relevant big fight. So it all just worked. But if Tyson Fury, just look at it. Outside of Wilder, Tyson Fury has fought since the Klitschko shit. So the Klitschko was in 2015. So that was some years ago. It was in 2015 or 16. I don't remember. It's years ago. Outside of the Wilder fight, the fights Tyson Fury has given you, Safiri, Francisco Pianeta, and now Tom Schwartz. And the only one in between that is, of course, Wilder. That's Tyson Fury's last, if we look, but come Saturday night, that's his last 4 fights. And they're trying to say like Wilder's living in his shadow. Wilder's the ducker. Look at these dudes in the UK and look at who they are fighting. Billy Joe Saunders, he fought She-Fat or some shit. Who? And then be quick as fuck to insult the Charlos or whoever else for not fighting adequate competition. Or Gervonta Tank. Why is Tank having a hometown fight? You know, he doesn't deserve to fight Nunes. That's his mandatory, dumbass. Tom Schwartz is not Tyson Fury's mandatory. That's what I'm saying. They simply cannot keep up with new media because they want it to be equal so bad. They want it to sound like new media points, but it doesn't. Gervonta is a champion. Fighting is mandatory. Wilder was a champion or is a champion. He just fought as mandatory. No matter how you slice it, Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz is a fight that didn't need to happen. Triple G versus Steve Rolls is a fight that didn't need to happen. Triple G's not even a champion. Tyson Fury's a lineal champion with no real obligations to a mandatory. They selected those fights. End of story. But they want it to be even. There's no even. It can't be even because we speaking facts, y'all speaking fiction. You speaking what you want it to be. You trying to compare shit that's not even comparable. You know? And like I said, if Fury knocked out Wilder the 2 times, who would be saying that Wilder won the fight? Real talk. If Wilder was like drunk as shit, like the 12th round and all that shit. So just flip-flop, Freaky Friday. If Wilder was outboxing Fury, in middle rounds, the first rounds were competitive, and then Wilder got knocked down in the 9th or whatever and got up and then had the 12th round Undertaker shit, who would honestly be like, nah, Wilder won that. He was outboxing him. Bro, old media is trash. Old media is dead. This is what they know. They don't even favor. They tell you every time that they don't favor the boxer. Every time it's a black fighter who boxes, they're runners, they're cowards, they're feather dusters and feather fisted, pillow fisted, lateral movement, sit still, annoying, trash talkers. Tyson Fury is a trash talker. You love it. Tyson Fury does a lot of movement and feinting to a fault, maybe even unnecessary movement with the feints and shit. And now you love boxers. Wilder's the killer. Wilder's the one that will detonate your shit with that right hand or his left. Now all of a sudden you prefer the boxing style. You guys know what it is, bro. They could play dumb all they want. We see right through it. 9 times out of 10, if the American style or the black style, if they happen to be the boxer, right, then old media hates the boxer. Oh, why is he fighting like that? Why is he moving like that? But then when the shoe's on the other foot, and then the black fighter is the superior puncher that'll fuck you up and debilitate you, then all of a sudden they like the guys who are boxing. Come on, man. Stop. And they're all, like, real talk, there's no superior race or nothing, but they want you to feel threatened because there's a lot of black fighters that happen to be good. But no one's going to feel threatened. That's what it is. There's a lot of black and brown fighters that are all really dope in boxing. You just got to live with that. That's just what it is. There's a lot of black and brown fighters that are dope. Like Mexico, they can have a fighter. They can have a Mexican fighter take a L, and then there's another Mexican fighter that's raw. Same thing with black. This is like kind of like an inferiority thing, where people feel inferior because they don't have that many people that look or sound like them or whatever in the sport, and it's a one-on-one type of sport. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, a black fighter could take a L. How many great black fighters are there outside of that? You get what I'm saying? Like, if Sean Porter loses, you still got Errol Spence, who's raw. You still got Terrence Crawford, who's raw. So it's not the end of the world. Like, that's what I'm saying. They try to make it like black people are so afraid of seeing fighters lose. Why? There's so many relevant, dope black fighters. No one even thinks like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, if Sean Porter loses, you still got Errol Spence, you still got Terrence Crawford that are nice with it. Among others. Floyd and all this other shit. But when they get a great white hope like Tommy Morrison, there wasn't a bunch of white contemporary heavyweight fighters, that are clean cut, built, and in shape, that are doing it at that time. I don't tell me like Rocky Marciano. I'm talking about different eras. Tommy Morrison, the Duke, rest in peace. But there weren't that many other. He was in the talent pool of Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, David Tua, Ray Mercer, Razor Ruddock. Look at how many blacks and Polynesians and different shit he was surrounded by. So that's why they try to put him in the they put him in the Rocky movie. He didn't even really do nothing. He got knocked out by Michael Bent. It's just what it is. He got knocked out. And that's what they always do. This is what old media always do. Cletus the Hebrew Hammer. Seldon. Stop. That's what I'm saying. And some of the people are cool. It's cool. But they cling on to it. And like start overstating it and giving credit before. Like Tommy Morrison, like I said, they put him in the Rocky movie before he even really accomplished the height of his career. Like, he could fight a faded Foreman or something, and then he's the best. You get what I'm saying? But then let Wilder, he gotta knock 41 people out to even start getting respected. He's just now getting to the point where he's probably starting to grow. It's always happened. Same thing with Floyd. Floyd had to earn it out the mud the hard way. White Americans made up excuses for black athletic existence for 75 years before they finally accepted the fact that they were just inferior athletes. Man, this shit is crazy. This is why when I get like a Tyson Fury that's likable, that has pizzazz and swag, he's number one. Okay, we had to put Joshua up at number 1 because he had the most belts. But now that motherfucker's gone, he's number 1. Like, stop it, bro. He's won because you want him to be number 1. But he's not one based on any other real metric because he beat Klitschko 4 years ago. So we're doing the pound for pound list today because of what he beat 4 or 5 years ago. See how stupid it is? Like, who kept Floyd Mayweather on the pound for pound list for beating Diego Chavez in 2005 or whenever? Bro, we slaughtering old media. We slaughtering old media. This is what they do. Like Lomachenko, ever since Chocolatito and Golovkin lost and shit, Lomachenko won't leave the number 1 pound for pound spot. Won't leave, no matter what else is happening. And then if he loses or looks vulnerable, then they're gonna put Inouye in there. It's too predictable, bro. It's like, oh, and in a way, he beat Donaire in the World Boxing Super Series. They refuse to put a black fighter up there, bro. They want it. Unless it's undeniable, they'll do everything in their power not to have that. They'll have everything in their power to not say that. Like, okay, I think ESPN's last list, right? Pound for pound list, they put Joshua at the back. So does now Wilder, Andy Ruiz did his thing, but does Wilder make it to the list because he's been doing his thing? Joshua, he lost before. Wilder has had several, like 9 title defenses. He's joining historic ranks of title defenses without losses. Joshua didn't hold on and have that many title defenses before he lost. So is Wilder on the pound for pound list now? You know, but then if Tyson Fury beats Tom Schwartz, then they'll say, oh yeah, shit, I'm putting him back there. You know, Triple G could beat Steve Rolls and they'll keep him at a high ranking. You know, but then Charlo will fight tougher competition, you know, like Matt Korobov, and then the guy who just won the Contender who should be feeling himself. And then they'll say, oh, no, I'm not putting him. He doesn't deserve it on the list. Man, come on, bro. And then they wonder why new media is bubbling. It's always a negative connotation involved with black method until someone white does it. Then it's genius. We see it all the time. We see it with music. Elvis, Eminem, Justin Timberlake. And I like all those artists. But we see it, you know. Eminem can spit. He's snapping. That's one of my favorite artists, actually. But how many black people can spit? Method Man, Nas, Jay. And, like, you know, they don't be playing around. Like, Eminem sometimes plays around with it. Like, my CD just skipped. You know, Nas will tell you about some real shit. Jay, blah, blah, blah. Big L, etc. So, it's nothing new. But when you see someone else do it, it's new because you didn't expect Eminem to be snapping like he does. You know, there's a ton of black. Elzai, Royce the 5'9", you know. There's a lot of talented lyrical, you know, special ed. That shit is nothing. But then, you know, Eminem can sell out crazy concerts and stuff. Eminem even knows. He has the songs and shit where he talks about white America. I could be one of your kids. White America. Lil Eric looks just like this. Like, and then it's, you know, it's a big thing. This is what they do. Lomachenko, he fights more like an American style, more like a black style. Canelo, he fights more like an American style, more like a stereotypical black style. And then, oh yeah, Canelo's sweet. That motherfucker is stealing from Floyd, bro. I don't care what nobody said. Floyd Mayweather baptized Canelo, right? And then Canelo studied, went back to school, you know, the school of boxing, and just got better. You know, that doesn't take away Canelo's heritage. It doesn't change the fact that he's Spanish speaking and Mexican. But he tells you, listen to, he won't admit the Floyd shit because obviously I don't think he wants to give Floyd that type of credit. But just listen to what he says. Listen to what all these guys say, bro. Canelo, who are your favorite fighters? Muhammad Ali. Oscar, and then Julio Cesar Chavez. Lomachenko, who's your favorite fighter? Roy Jones. You know, you ask these dudes, oh, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones. Oh, I'm a big James Toney fan. Man, come on. Y'all know what it is. Anyway, that's my time. Holla at the boy. Oh, media's dead. I told you. I like beating them into the ground. It's just fun now. Yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun. It's a new generation, too. It's a new generation. And all this hate for Wilder is still not working. I would be angry if I was on the side of old media. I'd be angry because you guys do all this shit to hate and it don't work. The shit I do, I know it's working. Remember, I told you, everything that they every scrap that they try to give us, I'm gonna try to make a meal out that motherfucker. Like when I see them, hey, I told you this is a new media way. I gotta represent something. So I'm gonna represent my people. I'm gonna represent boxing. I'm gonna represent my family, you know, and I'm gonna put my best foot forward. Period. I don't care who's mad. Now, with that being said, they try to spew a whole bunch of hate and lies and all this about Wilder, right? That's why you see me covering this fight. I make sure he gets. Remember, I did that car ride with Blue, and that got all them views, and everyone's talking about it. Bro, new media is the future. We make this shit hot. We control the audience. We do this daily. I see a lot of people chiming in on Andy Ruiz and a lot of people chiming in on what happened with the Joshua situation. These motherfuckers don't show up unless it's a big fight. We do this on the daily. We control the narrative, bro. If I'm at the fight, expect it to pop as much as possible. It's just what it is. It's not being cocky. It's being realistic. Because I know the job I do. I know the work I put in. I know the gear I have. I know how to use my shit. Bro, I'm going to try to do my best. So Wilder watched the video and joked about it in the video too. That's what I'm saying. They can't do it like me. Old media, they can't do it like me. They up here can't travel, can't afford to take the time off work, don't have the money to travel. They not eating like that. They not eating like that. Bro, Houston is finna be fucking lit. So motherfuckers can hate, oh, why is Charlo fighting Brandon Adams? Motherfucker, I'm going to be there. And it's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. That's what I'm saying. They can't stop. They can't stop this. And every time they hate like this, that's going to make me work harder to try to show the truth and represent for the underdogs. I'm a big fan of the underdogs, and I don't like the way the game's been played. I really don't. I see the games they play. Joshua lose. So you put Tyson Fury up there. Not the black fighter, not the brown fighter, not Andy Ruiz, who you had, how does that work? Like I said, look how they do to blacks, especially black fighters, but then also brown fighters. Okay, you had Joshua number one. Ring TV had Joshua number one pound for pound. Andy Ruiz sleeps him, drops him 4 times. You skip over the black and the brown fighter to pick Tyson Fury, who nobody's even talking about his fucking fight in a couple days, and you say he's number one. So your most current list, irregardless of what happens in the Joshua Ruiz rematch, right now, you decide to make a pound for pound list, and the black fighter and the brown fighter get honorable mention, get silver and bronze, but somehow Tyson Fury, whose last fight he was almost knocked out and was a draw, somehow he's number one. I mean, explain that. Name another fight where someone was considered a top of the division, the number one guy that was nearly knocked out and got knocked down too. Like, let's say Errol Spence, Mikey hit him, and then Mikey hit him again, and then knocked him out, and he got back up some kind of way. And then it went to a draw because of some other work he did. Who would put Errol Spence number one at the welterweight division? Let's be fucking honest with ourselves. If Errol Spence got dropped and then dropped harder in the 12th round, barely made it to his feet, and, fought back for a little bit of time, who would put Errol Spence? Do you think Ring TV, Ring Magazine, whoever the fuck, would put Errol Spence as the number one person? Or they would say, oh, Pacquiao, or, whoever. Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford. They're not going to put Errol Spence. Especially if there's a bunch of non-blacks in that division. They're really not going to do it. You know this. If there was a bunch of non-blacks that happen to be in that division, you know for a fact, coming off of a draw with 2 knockdowns, one being incredibly bad, they would never go to put that person, that black fighter, as the number 1 of that division. But they just did it to Terrence Crawford. I mean, to Tyson Fury, excuse me. They just did it to Tyson Fury. I don't care if you think Tyson Fury won. The ruling was a draw. So he didn't get the belt. And he nearly got knocked out. And the funny thing is this. There's no controlling what's going to happen in the rematch. And the thing I notice is this. Tyson Fury has a draw. When he's talking, it sounds like he has a palate. It sounds like he has a palate, like some type of slur. I swear to you, and I never really heard it until after the Wilder fight. Listen to Tyson Fury talk, and he's like, Anthony Joshua, and he is like, it's like when the dentist puts that little straw in your mouth and sucks the spit out. Listen to Tyson Fury talk. I promise you. I keep hearing it. It's not just one interview. He has like a draw, it's like he has a palate or some shit. Like he has some kind of like, he's like, Andy Ruiz is, and he's like sucking spit. I'm telling you that Wilder power is something, and it all makes sense because he knows how he felt. He said Wilder is the biggest puncher in heavyweight history. And he's like, and tonight I felt that. And then now all of a sudden he's talking, and I'm not going to say he's punch drunk, but he has listen to him. Just go listen to any new Tyson Fury for this fight week and listen to him talk. You know, Wilder has real life punching power. So we'll see what happens in the rematch. You know, but I promise you, I'm listening to him talk because I know I'm highly observant. I got big eyes for a reason. I'm highly observant, and I noticed that, and I just kept an eye on it, and I keep hearing it. Listen to him talk. He was like, if you can't beat Andy Ruiz, and he's like sucking spit, bro. That's not whatever. To me, that shows why he's fighting who he's fighting, as opposed to fighting Wilder again. Trust me. And the funny thing is, people act like stringing it out only hurts Wilder. It hurts you too, because Wilder, if he comes through the Luis Ortiz fight even better, then or what if he does another first round knockout? His confidence is gonna be through the roof. That means he knocked out everybody but Fury in one round. He gonna be feeling himself. So we'll have to see how it plays out. But keep up the great work, Ego. # for the culture. I promise I got y'all. You know, I'm not gonna let them do this to what they tried it too long, and they would hope we would give up and wouldn't succeed, and wouldn't get the voice. Man, we got the voice. We got the impact. Listen, I'm about to start. I'm still working, so everyone doesn't have to sign up. But I'm gonna start really putting stuff on the Patreon shit, and I want to see if you guys support on the Patreon or join a member. I'm really trying to take this game by storm, and I wanted to do it our way. I want to do everything our way because then there's nothing to worry about. I know the YouTube community guidelines. I want to be completely self-sufficient. So if you guys can just help in any way, that's going to make, I'm always going to get to my goals. We're doing perfectly fine, but I'm talking about, like, I don't want to reveal what I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to talk about, like, take shit to an even higher level, like real talk. So, I'm going to lean on the fans to help me realize these visions. Man, I'm sick of it. And I just want to keep growing and keep getting better and keep trying and, showing love to the underdogs because I see what they're trying to do. It's not cool, They couldn't wait for Joshua or Wilder to lose to say Tyson Fury is the best, You already see it happening with Inui. Like, I predict this stuff before it happens. As soon as, like, let's say Teofimo knocks off Lomachenko and beats him. They're not gonna say Teofimo's number 1 pound for pound. It's gonna be Inoue or somebody else. Icy. I'm working on everything. So, like for me, I had to get right in my personal life because I noticed my business life, I was just like all over the place. So that's about done. We about to really turn up on these boys. Thank you guys for your time. Yeah, man. Listen to Tyson Fury though. He's like, Anthony Joshua is. Just listen to him talk. Promise you. So and the thing is, with all these upsets, we don't know. I don't know enough. See, for me, I picked Andy Ruiz because I know what he does and I've watched him. Tyson Fury could be in a tough fight with this Tom Schwartz guy because he might not, his punch resistance might be down from the Wilder fight. We don't know. The only thing is I don't know enough about Tom Schwartz where I'm comfortable just saying, oh, he's absolutely going to do this. And I watched limited stuff and, he looked like a decent size, but, he didn't look like nothing special on that. So I don't have enough data on him, to do a 7 reasons Tom Schwartz. But I'm just saying it's not, we don't know how Tyson Fury, because the fight ended after the 12th round. That was the Tyson Fury's worst career round, and then the fight just ended. That was the final round. So we have to see. We have to see how it looks like he's taking it serious. He's a good boxer, but I noticed he has like some kind of slur now. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We working.